Welcome back to Odalin Dungeons of Doom. Big Kickstarter, lots of stuff in it. Sometimes things go wrong. Happened to this game. It makes me a little sad. However, unlike just about every other Kickstarter I've backed, and I'm well over 200 at this point, these guys went the extra mile and air freighted an update pack which fixes the problem to all of their backers for free. That's awesome. This is a big pack. There's a bunch of miniatures in there. It's part of why this pack is so big, to protect them. Not only that, they went above and beyond. And on their Discord, they put out a document which goes step by step, each individual item, what you need to replace, and how to do it. I wanted to go through this with y'all because as someone who has built an insert for this game and has measured and looked at every single component, looking at that description right there, even I got a little confused as to what I was supposed to do. So I want to go through each of the components one at a time, because with pictures and everything else to help you and get this done as easily and as painlessly as possible. This is a Google Doc, link in the description, from Dragori Games. They put together a list of step-by-step, all the different things in the update pack and what you do with them. So we're going to march through this in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and because we can count, and put everything back in the box. Off we go. So 4 Lords of Death. That's these guys. Go. So we're going to pull these guys out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to replace them with these guys. As I understand it, these things are made of slightly different plastic, so they are a little bit more durable. And mine look great. I don't know why I'm getting replacements, but I'm quite happy with the ones I had. But I'm happy to have more because, you know, more things is more stuff for the kids to paint. So we're just going to drop these guys in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is from the Act 2 box, which by default I've been putting in the all-in-one storage box. So what my plan is I have the lid from the miniatures that came in the update pack, and I'm going to toss everything I'm going to get rid of in the lid, and that way I know this is the stuff we don't want, and this is the stuff and everything else that we do want. So we've got 1 Blackguard, which is our guy right here. I'm not using him as one of my heroes, so I've currently got him stored in the box of the Manticore. We'll take the old one out, put the new one in. Nice and easy. What else do we got? We got a bunch of bandit archers. It's these guys here. And sure enough, we actually have 2 of them. We also have some fallen, I guess that's Fravash. I'm not quite sure how to say that. These guys are definitely wiggly, so I'm glad to see these things getting replaced. So we're just going to drop these guys in here. These guys stick out their feet a little bit over the edge, so I find them a little easier to put in the insert if I angle them down in. Like that, and they're still floating, plenty of room, they're not touching. The insert is designed to grab it by the base only, whenever and wherever possible, and I'm going to show you some examples where it's actually not possible. Oops. Okay, so we got all our guys in here. Got a lid on, and this tray here, it's got 7, 8, 9, 10 in it, and I've been storing these in my Act 1 box. Now I find it interesting that these guys are actually in the miniature tray that was the hardest to design. But it's not the ones that made it the hardest to design that are the ones getting replaced. These are Hellbound Brahmin. They're number 11s. These are sleeved cards. All right. So this tray has got these guys with the big wings in it. And I had to kind of scatter them throughout the tray rather than in one little group, just to make it so that there was enough room for them to all fit. With minimal touching. There's still a little bit of touching, but frankly, there's touching in the original insert as well. So I didn't worry so much about that. As long as there's minimal touching, we're good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And just like that, we've got all of our miniatures replaced. Nice little stackable boxes out of the way. So these ones are getting rid of. That's the thing we got our miniatures from that we don't need any longer. Onto the floor. Next, we need punch board tokens. So we've got that, some of that, some of this. Now, I have acrylic tokens, so I'm actually not going to punch these out. I save these things just in case. I do need to punch these out, because I don't have acrylics in those. So this says 12 action point tokens. Add these to the core box. 9 hero point tokens. These are the action point tokens that you use to keep track of your actions, tainted or otherwise. These are the hero hit point tokens. And then we've got these yellow, orange, I don't know what to call these. They look orange, yellow to me, but it says orange here on the sheet, that are technically extra. And then we've got these purple ones. So we are not going to put any of those in the box. But what we are going to put in the box are the acrylic equivalents. So we've got the HP tokens here. There's a slight haze on these. I didn't take the time to peel the acrylic off. That's why they look the way they do. When you get them, you'll want to peel the little acrylic off. But I was trying to get this video done for you guys. See if I can do one really fast. There we go. So off it goes, and now it looks all nice and shiny. Ooh, very shiny. As opposed to dull. So I think these look great. They're quite nice. I'm really glad that they did this for us. These have a spot in the insert. There's a tray here for the hero library that has all this stuff in it. You should have 4 of these tokens already. I'm playing with 4 characters, so you have 8 total. So now you've got 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. There's a little spot right there. And there's a little extra space right there. I wasn't sure how big or how many of these we were going to get, so I just guessed and left as much space as humanly possible just in case. And so that's why there's a little extra space. It means that they lean over nicely, which actually makes them a little easier to retrieve when you're pulling them out of the box. That's always handy. While we're doing this, let's put the hit point tokens away. So we've got the hit point tokens. This tray right here has got all of our stat tokens in it. We're going to replace these here in a minute. And these purple ones, which I do use all the time, have a spot already. It's already got a little home for them. Already allocated. In they go. I knew that they were coming. There's blue, red, green. It's a little hard to see the colors. I apologize. This is the orange, which is really the yellow here. I'm going to keep my acrylic ones. I think these look nicer. Those are the red ones. Here are the orange ones. And then black, and I got the other black tokens here. The dark gray ones. Other bosses. And since we're doing it, look at this real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so they actually, One of the punchboard tokens not covered, because it's not a punchboard token, but it is an acrylic token, is this guy right here. And again, I haven't taken the plastic off, but I will when I actually sit down to play. That guy has a home here. This is the starting item tray with the D20s and the cubes and stuff that you need to begin. I'm going to take out my paper one and put in my acrylic one. Fits great. I also have a mea culpa here on this one. This tray here, I totally did not see these icons, trays, tokens in my game. I have measured and handled and measured and handled and handled and measured everything in this game so many times I can't even count. And somehow, I did not see these tokens. They were folded in between my map for Act 2, and I hadn't played to Act 2 yet. I tend to not open up mystery boxes if I don't have to and that sort of thing, and I just didn't even think to open it up. And it wasn't until one of you Cults 3D people and another one of you Cults 3D people started hitting me with rocks and 2x4s, justifiably so, thank you, in the nicest possible way, asking me, where do these things go? Now they have a home. I chose to put them in this tray because I like what's on the other side of these. These are nice, big, chunky things. And for like bosses and stuff where it's very important to remember these effects, I might actually be using these in Act 1. I haven't decided for sure, but that's my plan. In we go. We also have our purifying tokens from our punch board. So I'm going to put these in here. So I adjusted this tray. These are the two trays that have received design updates that I consider mandatory. For anybody that's printed this thing or purchased this thing, I'm working on getting you updated versions of these two trays. One because of the Dark Obelisk thing, which is my error clearly, and the other one is to fit these multiple extra purifying relics. And they just go right here. There's a third one in this stack here that happens to be on one of my characters at this point because I'm in the middle of a game. So it's being saved. Again, stackable boxes. Woohoo! So now we've got all our miniatures in place. Make sure we got, oh, we got to do those. So we're going to do the rest of our acrylic tokens. So we're going to separate out these guys. Right, Necro. I'm just going to Zot fast forward here. You guys don't need to see me sort tokens. All right, we'll talk about these action tokens in a second. We have class-specific tokens that have class-specific slots. You take out the paper ones. Oops. And we're going to put in the acrylic ones. Necro. That was Arcane Master, the first one I did. And then we've got card tokens. And so now what we have is we have all of our new acrylic tokens, and these are really nice. I like them a lot. I'll peel off the plastic later, obviously, because I do like the shiny. And yeah, there you go. I'm quite happy with those. So thank you very much, Dragori Games, for doing that. There is a stack of other stuff. There are some fantastic reference cards. I have a printed out version of this. They did a print and play of these, and I've been using these to help me play. It's been fantastic, really wonderful. Thank you for doing that. And there's an errata sticker sheet. I'm not going to go through and do that. You guys can figure out how to do stickers. We've all been to kindergarten. If you haven't been to kindergarten, find somebody with a kindergartner. They can handle doing this. They have nice little spots where they all go. Looks very straightforward to me. There's some bending on the page. That's fine. We got big heavy box. We can put it in the big heavy box and it'll solve the bending. This quick start is also fantastic. This is the printed out version. Again, something I'm really glad that they did. And the PDF version that they released earlier on helped me learn how to play the game, as did this terms, keywords, and quarter cases document. Very happy for all of these documents right here. Oh, I have to show you where the action tokens go. I promised you I would do that. So in the insert, whoops, crash. We have save game trays. that you're not supposed to bang around, but they just survive being banged around. Filming stuff makes me an incredible klutz. So I did laser etched 3D printed versions, like that I'm going to keep using because these are fun to me. They're big, huge, and chunky. But if I had the acrylic ones or the paper ones, I would take them and I would keep them in my player tray. And the nice thing about keeping them in the player tray is you can keep them with status indicated. So I'm able to camp, not always at a campfire, because all I have to do is keep track of which room I'm at, as long as the room is relatively clear, and where my characters are, and the status of these guys. This is the primary status indicator, as long as my current hit points. I've made a big mess of it with all of this banging around here as I've been doing all of this stuff, but normally this would all be nice and neat. I recently camped at a campfire, so there you go. I like these. They're nice. Thank you. So that whole stack of stuff goes there. Now, this is the part that I wanted to kind of work through with you guys, because it felt to me like there was a bunch of... Oh, there's the chalice tokens. So we added the chalice tokens, reference pages, quick reference guides. We haven't done the addendum cards yet. We'll do those in a second. We're going to do cards and this stuff. So we have a stack of this stuff. And believe it or not, we're almost done. We got some extra sleeves, which I am not going to use right now, but they're there if you want them. Okay. This is a replacement card for this guy. So we're going to find him in this drawer here. Okay. So this is the card I need to put in there. Let me show you how I store these guys in this set of cards here. So when I'm playing a character, or getting ready to, I will sort them into order. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all of the initial 12 cards that you start with. And then I've got all my level cards. So level 1, level 2, level 3. You can see the level 3 up there. You can see level 6. You can see level 9. So this is a level 10 card. It's called Lightbringer's Edge. So I need to find level 10. Okay, so that's interesting. It is not the kind of card I would expect it to be, but you can see sometimes there's mix inside of the same level as level 9 top and bottom. It looks to me like there's level 10, level 11. So I've got one level 10 card, and this is my second level 10 card. So in you go. So this isn't actually replacing a card. This is just adding a new card. I'm going to check my little thing here. So this says replace Holy Knight action card of the same name. Well, I've gone through all of my cards. I don't have a replacement to get rid of. So it is quite possible that my copy, because I go through a lot of games, arrived without one card. And I'm now luckily getting that replaced. Yep, in we go. Okay, so that's one of the real key advantages of sorting these things this way. So you got the 12 in front, and then you've got all of the level cards sorted in the back. And off you go. So I'm not playing with that character. It is a character I looked at, but I didn't choose to play that one. I do enough sort of straight paladin stuff that I wanted to do somebody that wasn't quite a paladin. So I'm doing the elephant. That is the miniature that I'm most excited to paint, and one of these days I'm going to get a chance to paint it. Okay, so looking at the list here, these all say replace. So we've got 15s. Oh, Endless Sermon. This is a card I actually have in my deck now, so I'm going to have to go hunt that one down. I'm playing Manueli. Greater Word of Reckoning. Oh, we're going to go back in there and put another one in there. Okay, here we go. So let's get this guy out again. Hold on. So that is Greater Word of Reckoning. I'll be gosh darned if I know what the difference is between the two. If you tell me that they're different and to replace them, off it goes. I will replace them. Okay, so we're going to work our way through these guys. And here's the little packet. I got them stored in my little hero box. So we're looking for Mystical Explosion, which is a level 2 card. So I've got it already sleeved. Mental Assault, there it is, Mystical Explosion. So we're going to take this one out. Bye-bye. Where's my trash tray? Into the trash tray. And that goes in, and now that's taken care of. And that is the only one for that guy. We got a bunch for these guys. So we're going to do Tuscan next. So I keep the starter deck all ready to go. 1, 2, 3. That way someone can drop in and play. Nice little card shoot. Okay. This is going to be a little spoilery, so if you're that concerned about spoilers, don't look too closely at what I've actually got in my deck, because you're going to start to see stuff. So this is Epic Tactical Position. These are Duric cards, not Tuscan cards. Remove the Duric cards, War Stomper and Epic Warlord, and replace them with these two. So I think what that means to say is remove the Tuscan cards, War Stomper and Epic Warlord, and replace them with these two, because it says in the previous sentence, these are not Duric cards, these are Duric cards, not Tuscan cards. So I'm looking at a Tuscan. These are definitely the new ones. This is why I, keep all the new stuff right here in a pile. So Epic Tactical Position is definitely new. Bye-bye Tuscan. And then we've got Epic, we've got Defensive Stance. We got Epic War Stomper and Epic Triplicate Warlord. So these are the two it's talking about replacing. Okay, so this goes in here. Doo-ba-doo. Oh, interesting. So yeah, they got all the pictures flipped. Okay, that's really what we're doing here. Okay, so we've got Epic Defensive Stance, not Tuscan, is Duric. And here we've got Epic War Stomper, not Duric, is Tuscan. And here we've got Epic Trumpeting Warlord, shockingly not Duric, is the dude with the built-in trumpet. Okay, that makes sense. That's easy to do. Just, double checking myself. It's a little tricky to do all this stuff on camera. A little nerve-wracking to actually throw away cards that you're never going to see again. Here we go. Now we need Manueli. So we've got these two cards here. And I find it fascinating to me that almost all these cards are for two characters I happen to be playing. Maybe I'd pick the two most popular characters people are playing. So level 3 Sermon, which is a card I definitely know I have, and then level 11 Light of Purification. I probably have both these in play. Pretty sure I do. So we're looking for level 3, level 2, Desperate Prayer, 1. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I've actually got this one flipped. Oh wait, no, I have the bottom part flipped. Okay. Endless Sermon, off. There's the new one. And then we're looking for number 11. Light of Purification. Light of Purification. This one I knew I had one of these flipped. It was very familiar sounding to me. So Light of Purification, off we go. We're going to flip it for us. And that's all done. This is trash. Okay. Now we have a demon card for a demon that I'm not using. We've got some of these guys and some of this guy. Oh, let's put this back. So we're done with these. Let's get our demon cards out. And we'll bring our consumable cards over because we can anticipate what's going to be next. Okay, we are looking for Demon Pack, Master of the Hunt, Tainted Carcass. Looking for those 2 cards. Make sure that's what we have. I love these see-through cards. I think it's really just a clever mechanism. With Tainted Carcass, these are the 2 we're going to keep. So that's 5. And again, I keep these things relatively sorted. 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Tainted Carcass. Off. In. And then we're looking for Master of the Hunt. For, I don't know how to say it. Oh, I think this is a demon I actually have loaded in one of my extra characters. It is a demon I have loaded in one of my extra characters. Of course. Here we go. Which one of you guys has got it? Yeah, this guy. We're looking for 10. It's in the top. There it is. It's always on almost the last place you look. There we go. Nice and quick. All stored nice and neat for somebody ready to pick them up and start playing. We've got, these guys are replacement cards. If we look here, level 4, 4 level 4 cards. These replace all cards of the same name in the consumable deck. So we're looking for level 4 consumables. And we want to find Holy Water, Holy Vial, Large Mana Potion, and Mana Potion. Small Mana Potion, Small Mana Potion, Mana Potion. Large Mana Potion. Holy Vial, Holy Water. So I keep these unsleeved because I've got at least another 20 hours of gameplay before I need them. And you can see how many cards this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So when it comes time to move up to level 4, I'm going to unsleeve 11 cards and resleeve 11 cards. And that was my thought. Now, we've got some of these guys. So these look more like quick reference card stuff to me. Act 2 errata. Oh, this looks handy. And flipped cards. How to flip cards. We have a place for this in the insert. These are quest cards, and there's some extra room in there. I'm not going to sleeve these right now, but you can see that there would be room for them if they were sleeved. These are Sleeve King sleeves. They're 60 micron. I don't know if 100 microns would fit in there. It might. If people have 100 micron sleeves in that size, I'll probably readjust this tray a little bit. So if you do have 100 micron sleeves, let me know. I'll look at adjusting that for you. This guy is a class card for Necros. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep him with my starting gear cards. So this tray has not only got hero cards in it and action tokens, but it's also got all the starting gear cards. And my Necro characters have starting gear cards in here. So I'm just going to put that right in there until I decide someday to play Necro. And then I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to keep that in my save game tray until such time as I have it all memorized. And then I'm going to put it right back in there. I like that idea because as I understand it, the Necro class is really powerful. I've seen some playthroughs with it. Looked really fun. There you are. Now we're on to the last little bit. We're on to a mystery box. Not exactly sure how to go here because I know it's in this box. And without being too much of a spoiler, there's a thing inside of this box. There's something inside of this box which you could remove. Has a really, really obvious place for it to go in the insert. And then put these cards in there. So that's what I'm going to do. The instructions that we have here are a little odd because what it says the active pack includes 3 cards. This is decidedly more than 3 cards. Place these cards inside of Mystery Box X. Well, Mystery Box X doesn't have room for 3 cards. So right now it's full. If you take what's in and out and put it where it obviously goes, there's plenty of room for it. You do not need to remove the old card now to avoid spoilers. Off you go. Mystery Box 10 may be used later during play. Discard the affected cards of the new cards instead. So you've got choices now. You can toss this into the bottom of the box in this little packet, or you can do what I'm going to do, and that's open this mystery box, put what's in it in the obvious place where it goes in the insert, and then not worry about it because, you know, Mystery Box 10 is Act 2, and I'm going to forget what this is after 80 hours of gameplay it's going to take me to get to this point. That's what my plan is. I'm not going to film that because I want to leave that choice to you. I want to talk about one other thing here. This guy here is a Day Zero character. Not everybody has this guy. But he's got a miniature, which you can store in the big boss box. There's cards for him that go in the hero box that you saw, the hero library. It's way over there in the corner. There's this guy here. Off you go. Hero tiles. So I think we are okay on this guy in terms of storing him. I got a report that one of the locations didn't have space for him, but I didn't understand it. If you can explain it to me, I will absolutely change the design to support it. But I've got mine stored in here. And so maybe I'm just missing a piece, or I've done exactly what I did with those things and the Dark Obelisk tokens, and just I'm not seeing the forest for the trees. As always, this is a joint process. I want the game to be as good as possible for all of us players. Dragori Games is going through an enormous amount of effort and cost to give us replacement parts and tokens to help us have the best possible gaming experience. And you guys are contributing ideas and positive feedback to try and make the game as good as it possibly can be, not only just for you, but the net result is as good as it can possibly be for everyone. And that's really the goal here with this insert, is to have the best possible experience and really enjoy this game. I'm having a good time playing it. It's a fun little dice chucker. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the minis. I'm enjoying the whole building and everything else. I like to have the constant progression. I'm having a great time with it. I hope you are too. If this is your first time seeing this insert is available for sale on Etsy and on Cults 3D as a digital download. Cults 3D is a little bit better for our European friends. Thank you very much, and let's go slay some evil.